Boy, wait till I tell you what I'm up to now. You guys are going to be impressed. I'm telling you, it's also beer 30. Excuse me. This is Rusty 78609 in Central Texas, USA. It's 4:15 p.m. Thursday afternoon, and I just got back from Walmart returning the speaker from hell, the sound bar from hell. Uh, Let me tell you, man, would it be nice if you just had something you could power on and power off? Like a little switch, turn it on, turn it off? There's none of that anymore. None of it. Everything searches for connections. Everything is all doing all kind of automatic stuff. Anyway, I took the sound bar back. Why did I take it back? It worked okay, except for this. Anyway, I was streaming Bluetooth from my smartphone through the sound bar, and then I decided I would watch television, even though I don't have any Wi-Fi. Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. At the time, I didn't. So I was going to watch antenna TV because I've got an antenna and I've got like 30 HD channels and they got all kind of old Western movies and stuff. Anyway, I found Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke was on. So I did my thing, the input button 1, 2, 3, 4 times. No sound. And the light goes up, goes crazy on the left side. So then I went and checked and I made sure I had the speakers in the right, or the television speakers off, because they have to be off when that thing is on to make it work, I guess, is what they told me. Anyway, so I go back through a lot of the little steps, spend about 10 minutes trying to get that damn thing to work. And that, folks, did it. That did it. I fired that dog. I fired that soundbar. I fired their ass. Okay? Why? Because I don't want anything raising my blood pressure unnecessarily. So that was the end of the soundbar. I took it back, no questions asked. And also, whenever you take something back to Walmart, sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, instead of crediting it back to your credit card, they give you cash. Particularly if it's a Walmart credit card. In fact, it may be only if it's a Walmart credit card. But anyway, so the girl gave me cash, and it occurred to me why they do that. The reason they do that is because they give you cash back. The money that you spent, like I spent $84 on that speaker, is still on my credit card. And if I don't pay the balance every 30 days when it's due, then I get nailed with a 18 to 20% interest on that, okay? So they've just figured out a way for the poor folks to get screwed again. They leave that money out there on the credit card. Bubba gets $80 cash in his hand. He goes to the liquor store or whatever and buys him a case of Bud Light, and everybody's happy. So anyway, that's that. Anyway, I also had a couple of positive tips from viewers, which I sincerely appreciate. One viewer said, why don't you locate a new radio, same model, at Amazon and give it a shot? And so I did. I checked at Amazon, and like him, he sent me an email too. And like him, I found out that the Jensen model 910 that I had just is not a reliable radio at all. I mean, like 31% of the respondents gave it a thumbs down, and that's not good. And anyway, I also checked some other places, and I tried to find the same model. It's like 100. The cheapest one I could find delivered, well, they didn't have it in stock, but they felt like they could find one, would be like $180. So I decided not to spend $180 on a radio that's apparently not very reliable anyway. Thanks for the comment about checking it out on Amazon. There was also another comment by a viewer. Said, look, sometimes if you bang on them a little bit, they go back, they come back to life, or they start working again. And that's true. Sometimes it's just something that just you just jiggle and like banging on a radio in an old car years ago. It used to get it to work, and I tried that. I took it out and I bounced it on the floor and hit it with a hammer and hooked it all back up, and it didn't work. But at least it was positive input, and I always appreciate that because it could work. It could have worked. And anyway, the next thing I want to mention is the Wi-Fi is back on. Hallelujah. And right now I'm streaming my Pandora music through just the TV. It doesn't sound, the TV doesn't have that bad a sound. It's okay. It's just that when I got spoiled when I had it coming through all the speakers, which makes it even nicer. And also when you're watching a movie, you can sit in the bedroom because I got 2 speakers in the bedroom, or that room, I mean, just a bedroom, I guess. And yeah, it worked pretty good, but we're working on that now. So anyway, the Wi-Fi is back on, works fine, hallelujah. I got to update some videos, but here is the good news, folks. Don't leave me alone too long, because then I started looking at options. Well, what if I didn't put that kind of radio in there? What if I put some other kind of radio in there? Some other kind of RV radio that would just fit in there and plug in. So I got to checking. I called Jensen, and the guy told me, yeah, there's a couple that might work, and he gave me some tips. And I went on the internet and checked a few spots and then my little mind goes, every trail was leading, to a fork in the road, and I'd take it. But what I ended up with, well, here is the old radio. There it is, folks, out of the thing, okay? And I did bang the crap out of it, by the way. I'm surprised it didn't crack the case, but no luck. It didn't do anything. That's the old, okay? That one's going in the garbage, probably. But guess what I found? I went to Walmart to return the sound bar, and I got to thinking about, car radios are 12 volt. And why couldn't you just put a car radio up there that has an input jack where you can, just like I had it hooked up to this thing, it's got a little input jack right here, auxiliary in right there. And that's how I was able to get the sound from the TV basically through all the speakers, okay, because of that. Well, wait till you see this. Ta-da! This is going to work, I think. Here it is, baby. An MP3 and FM receiver, okay? Because up there is a plug, for the antenna that plugged into this thing. It plugged in right up here, okay? Well, guess what? This thing right here, it's got front audio in, so you've got a auxiliary in input. You got a USB port, an SD slot, and Bluetooth. It's actually got Bluetooth. This little radio right here has all of those features, and guess how much it cost? $21 including tax. $21. Now, more good news is it comes with a remote. Is that no shit? Are you kidding me? It's got a little mini remote. $21 with tax. $21. I'm not shitting you. And here it is. Here it is, folks. There it is, right there. There it is. You see it? And guess what it's got on the back? You got inputs, the little red and white ones. And it's got an antenna thing right there, right there. And you see this right here? Right there? That's for your external speakers, okay? Here, look at this. Ta-da! You see all those cute little wires here? This is for this is for the hot wire, okay, because it's got a little thing, and it's got a fuse in there. And all of these are for external speakers, okay? So what I can do is just take those external speaker wires up there and figure out, I think it's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's got 5 speakers worth of stuff. Okay? 5 speakers. So I just have to figure out which speakers I want, hook them up to these wires right here, plug it into the back. See, it's got a plug right here. This plugs in right there. And the good thing about it, since this is all separate and ready to go, I don't have to hold the radio in my hand while I'm trying to hook these wires up. So I can have the wires all ready to go, plug it in, plug in the antenna, and of course the power. And guess what should happen? Then I should be able to just punch this little button and turn it and listen to music. But it's got all kind of stuff. But anyway, for $21, I'll give it a shot. And if it doesn't work, then Walmart will get that back too. Okay? But that's my project. I won't have time to work on it. Maybe I will this afternoon. Maybe. I got to shave and do a few things, get ready for my tasting event tomorrow. But I will most certainly keep you updated about this project. But there's no reason why it shouldn't work. None. Okay, none. I mean, if I can get the power, and this thing right here, they said it had a fuse in it. You know what I mean? The old, it's got one in it trick. Oh, it does. Okay. Enough of that. Close. Okay, oops. What did it close? Well, leave it to me. It ain't broke, but old Dad will put it up. Okay, we got it. That's that. So it's got a fuse in there. So that's obviously the hot wire. I don't know much about, I got a yellow and a black here, and up there I got a red and something else. But we're going to figure that out. Anyway, it's got a little wiring diagram here. And of course, if you can read this shit, I mean, you got to have a magnifying glass, to see, but I've got one, thank goodness. But I'll just follow the little diagram and hook this little baby up, and we should, by using the auxiliary in right here, plug it just like I had it before, plugged into that other radio, and hook up, I don't know how many speakers I'll be able to get, probably 4 or 5 or whatever, most of them, and we'll see what happens, babe. So anyway, that's the exciting news for this afternoon. The storm is gradually passing. I mean, geez. Oh, also, before I went to Walmart, I thought, well, I better print out the order and stuff in case they have some questions, because the little receipt they gave me when I picked it up didn't have much information on it at all. It didn't even have the price. So anyway, the printer didn't work. I thought, are you shitting me? I mean, it just wouldn't print. I don't know why. So anyway, I went back to the beginning on the thing and just kind of reset it, turned it off, turned it back on, and it worked. Whew. I thought I was in the process of having to buy a printer, even though a printer costs, the printer I've got, it's a printer, copier, scanner. Printer, copier, scanner. It's not a fax. And it works. I can print from my smartphone, or I can print from my wireless laptop. It's all wireless. And it's $40. You know how much a print cartridge is for it? If you buy all 4 colors, $40. Damn. I mean, they got you, baby. They got you. So anyway, folks, y'all have a good day. I'm having one, and I'll check in. You'll know how I. It probably ain't gonna work, but right now I give it a 70-30 right now. I do. I'd give it a 70-30, maybe 70-30, 70 in favor of working, because everything's here, man. I mean, the wires are ready to go, man. Just about ready to go. And I think I can do it. So anyway, with that in mind, you guys have a good day, or whatever. I don't know when you're going to get to see this video. I don't upload them from home. I upload them at the grocery store. But anyway, enjoy your day. Carpe diem. Adios, amigos. Bye. 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 So you got, it's hard to do that shit, you know? Bye.